just like your cat being killed, which was short-sighted, which each EastEnders characters that are short-sighted would you not have killed off? So this is all about characters who are short-sighted and killed off, would you not do it? And just to show you, there you go. Look, so you have Abby, Pat, Mel, these two.
Ronnie and Roxy.
Yeah, no, it's Ronnie and Roxy. Dennis Rickman.
Stephen Beale.
Stephen Beale.
Tiffany Mitchell.
Tiffany Mitchell and Dennis. Denny.
Good old Denny Watts.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. These
absolute prick.
These two.
Yeah. The casting was good.
I'm pretty sure this is not actually the actor's fucking child.
No.
I need to see some contracts, lads. I need to see some fucking contracts.
I'm still thinking about the cat being short-sighted. What's the cat done?
Got hit by a car. It was short-sighted.
Oh, all right. I thought you meant like the owner would fucking done something short-sighted and just fucking what?
What? Like, I can get rid of
we don't joke about animals. All jokes.
It's all jokes until it's not. Okay, don't abuse your animals. It's not cool. And if you do it, maybe you're gonna be the next serial killer. I'm just saying that much. It's one step away from being a murderer. Let's be honest.
So point being, what EastEnders deaths were short-sighted, were the most short-sighted. What deaths really should have been avoided or prevented. We've done this topic to death, but the simple fact, for me, Abby Branning is up there. A character who I have always generally liked more than Lauren. I think she had the makings of being a more iconic character than Lauren has. I think Lauren has been a tired character for like the last fucking decade. The most formative, the alcoholism storyline, that was fucking years ago. You've not given her much else to do ever since.
Can I just say, why does Abby Brannon in this photo look like she's either about to be arrested for doing some crimes or she's about to be killed? Like look at her. She's just staring into my. It's the way the camera is. She's just like, I've done stuff, man. And she's the one who shot the cat. So she is. But yeah. So if this person says the Queen, Pat Butcher for me. But Dennis would be a close second. I assume the main Rickman and not Junior.
Yeah, I don't fucking see there being any way. That. Yeah, no fucking chance. No fucking chance.
Pat, it was the biggest injustice known to mankind. Probably think of a few more. Killing her off because Pam saying Clement wanted 3 months off so she could have wanted 3 months off. She was a legend. Well, that was the reason. That's not one I thought. She wanted to quit. Yes, can't remember the name of the producer at the time, but Pam asked for 3 months off, so he killed her off. Disgusting. I think that's silly. See, the thing is now they seem to leave some characters out of storylines for months. I.e. Nish recently.
They're having a break.
I mean, you do understand where they're coming from. Like some of them do get a break, where Pam saying Clement was like, "Can I have a break?"
I mean, Phil Mitchell gets like 2 months off around Christmas time to do panto. Like, it is criminal that they just went, nah, fuck you. Why? Fuck you. Because she died off in really quick fashion. It's like, oh yeah, she's dying. Or she's dead. What? Yeah, she's got, I think, did they give her cancer?
I really want to see a Steve McFadden panto.
But like the time from when her cancer was thought of versus when it actually happened. She is diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and she dies like 3 months later, roughly. But yeah, it was a really a really shitty way to kill an iconic character.
Thinking about not in your selection, but Michael Moon. Is this like adding a Twix to a selection box? Would you say, or is it not?
I don't know what that means.
A selection box, you know, like Christmas, you get bars in a box.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying, is this like adding a Twix to it, where you're like,
But is adding a Twix a good thing or a bad thing?
that's for you to decide.
I think Twix is fucking garbage.
Not a fan of Twix, no.
No, that's shit.
I agree. If you want a finger bar, get a Kit Kat. I'll get a Cadbury's chocolate fingers. Oh, don't give me a box of Cadbury's chocolate fingers, lads, please. Fucking, they're lovely. I don't care. It's not cannibalism because it's chocolate, John. Michael Moon, still to this day, one of the standout villains of EastEnders. Both hilarious and psychotic. He's my favourite ever character. I just loved how cunning and evil he was. Before the relationship went wrong, him and Janine were my all-time favourite couple. Two evil, lovable monsters plotting together, just sublime. For real, homie. They brought out the best in each other. Yes, oh my fucking god, please. Not included, but Heather. Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember who Heather is.
Do we want to roll back to the actual title and remember what the fuck this is yes, what deaths were short-sighted, but also if they could never have died. So like in 2012, Pat would have just lived, which I'd say is perfectly fine. Mel Owen, I'll just go through the list. Abby shouldn't have died. I would have loved to have been still kept around regardless. She could have just been in a relationship with Jay for all that time. Pat, never should have killed off. Mel, look, Mel did everything she fucking could. Like, Mel Owen carried the show in that pretty bleak time. I feel like she was more than welcome to just fuck off. Because she was only there for like a year. She returned in October. She returned in January 2018, left November 2019. She was pretty much the most prominent character in the show at that time, in my opinion. So she's allowed to be killed off, but it is kind of criminal how little the character still very strong despite only really being on the show for what, 5 years?
Probably. Yeah.
Ronnie and Roxy, we've talked this one to death. She was like, they were just killed off because the director didn't like her, or the executive producer went, nah, fuck you, you shit. What? Why? Fuck you. That's why. And they just wanted to have them get murked for fucking no apparent reason. It's not a fan. It's not a fan. Ronnie and Roxy would happily still be alive. I would have just had him leave for a while. Just have him fucking leave. There's no point in not. Probably one of the most likable characters EastEnders has ever made. He really is he is the good parts of Denner Watts without actually being a massive knobhead. He is very sympathetic. He has, obviously, I feel like through time, he would have through time, the character probably would have been less interesting because they would have had less smart writing for him. But he was killed after such a short time, which means that his legacy is fundamentally better because he died, because the character's not been watered down. But also, you probably could have given Sharon, if in another world, you just have Sharon and Dennis together forever.
Moving on, the last three there.
Stephen Beale. You can give or take it, but the fact that two of the Beales died in 2010 is kind of absurd, where you killed off Lucy and you kill off Stephen. obviously you wanted Stephen to somewhat pay for his actions, but it's a really odd one to do. Like, because now the Beals, like, you have the Beals currently. You have, obviously, before you brought back Cindy and Peter, you have Ian, you have Peter, and you have Bobby and Cindy Jr. That's not a fucking family. Like,
And Jane.
it's a very hard one to do.
Tiffany Mitchell.
Not really paid too much attention to Tiffany Mitchell. I think she was a very cool character, but ultimately they seemed hell bent on getting rid of her. Like, there was a different exit where she there was a different exit where she was just going to drive off in a black cab. But you could imagine that the actress at some point would have happily come back to the show, but
Tiffany was the wife of Moran, wasn't she?
yes.
Let's go. See, my EastEnders knowledge
Like,
is not shit, guys.
they just wanted a lot of very bad I don't know, like they had uh they had the really dark Christmas Day storyline that they wanted to do, which makes me kind of believe that they did not want her to be a happy character.
And then Dennis Jr., Denny Jr.
I think it's shit because he is a really major legacy character, but also all of his time on the show means that all of the writing of Denny and the acting of Denny were perfectly fine, but also he was just a fucking knobhead who no one liked. So it's short-sighted in a way, but like, and I don't think that was the worst bit. It was short-sighted in the way how they killed off Denny as they brought Albie in. So as Denny, I don't know if it was like the same time, but as Denny died, Albie was being born.
The reimagining of Christ.
So died 2018, Albie born 2018. Welcome the new Dennis Rickman. Like, fucking. It's because they really went, oh, someone dies, and it's like, is anyone going to die who people care about? Nah, not really. Nah. It's just, and like, you're killing off the grandson of fucking Den Watts, which it feels like a big, misstep.
Will I get back to the thread?
Yes.
Not included, but Heather, that character has so much potential for storylines that mimic real life struggles. Oh yes, my third place option. I always felt bad for Heather. Life always screwed her over. Gee, it was a real dose of reality that would have stood test of time, especially in today's cost of living crisis. Struggling to pay her bills, feed her son, prejudice she faced from Darren, George's father, when he was clearly ashamed for hooking up with her and getting her pregnant. She had such thick skin. Outwardly, but how much she struggled alone made her so relatable. I like the character. I wish she hadn't been killed off.
Yeah. I mean, the issue is if you keep Heather, there's a chance they don't bring in the Carters. Because otherwise, Shirley and Heather would just be farting around for the next couple of years. Like, Heather's remembered fondly because she didn't last way too long. But I feel like if she had just stayed, she would have been a good background character, but she would have always been at risk of getting axed.
Can we bring Heather back, but it was her twin who was killed?
No.
Ronnie should have lived, and her seeing Roxy die could have been a rebirth for her character, since she was just about to get her happy ending with Jack anyway. It's similar that her and Jack didn't have a legacy kid before she died, in my opinion. E.E. recorded an alternative ending where Ronnie survived He's in the hospital crying over Roxy's death. I should have used that ending. Apparently the producers at the time felt as though the characters had nowhere else to go. Such short-sightedness.
Yeah, agreed. Absolute full 100% agreement in that
Do I open
statement.
this?
Yeah, go on.
Amy, she is the legacy kid. She's Roxy's
daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
Ronnie was such an iconic character, and her and Jack were the EastEnders couple for a while. They should have had a kid together.
Like...
And Ricky. Ricky is Sam Mitchell's. Exactly. Jordan have made him a legacy kid.
I don't think they understand what the point. Ronnie and Jack should have had a kid. Amy, that's not Ronnie's kid. Ricky, that's Sam's kid. They mean Ronnie and Roxy. They mean Jack and Ronnie should have had a kid that, even though Ronnie's now dead, she could have lived on. Honestly, I think I blurned in the alternate exit as the actual exit for Ronnie, and I just like to not think about it. Like, in my brain, that is the exit, and I don't want anybody to tell me otherwise.
Gladly noted.
But at the end of the day, I 100% believe that at some point they will have to bring Ronnie and Roxy back.
Pat, I genuinely thought she died in real life until recently.
Do it in... when was Cindy came back from the dead in like 2022? Three. I was going to say do it on the 20th anniversary of Ronnie and Roxy.
But that's 2048.
No. Nah, it's like 2028, 2027.
You said 20th.
Yeah.
After I've been killed.
No. When they debuted.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. I thought you meant
so you do it in... Well, they came in either 2007, 2008. So you do the 20th anniversary of the Mitchell sisters. Yeah, you do. Like maybe 2027.
Are you ready for the next comment, Ash?
No.
That boy, even if he is dead.
Out of all the... I mean, I'd be fine to keep... You just have him leave instead. You don't need him to die. It's not like his exit really served some big drama. Obviously, I don't want him to stay on the fucking show. Like, still have him leave at the time, but he can come back whenever.
Badly want to say Dennis, but Denny is probably the better choice. Terrible decision to kill him off. Dirty Den's grandson. The amount of storylines that could have been told.
The issue with the Dirty Den, well, not Dirty Den. The issue with Denny is I feel like the actor, I wasn't very good, and I feel like despite them having Sharon have Dennis's kid, they did not know what to do with him. Like, he was just a bit of a dickhead. He was just Phil Mitchell, and like. He wasn't really written with the tact that you would like to think that like Dirty Den's legacy would fucking have.
Yeah, I'm going to continue on because we're 18 minutes in. Pat is definitely the most significant loss. I did say Pat and Pat. Ronnie and Roxy dying has probably proven to be the fan base's biggest grievance. But for me, it'll always be Heather Trott. Alright, I didn't know fucking Harry Hill was in the thread. That's a throwback for people. That's just throwback for at least one person here who's old enough to remember that.
I feel like everybody watched TV, but...
Yeah, but no one likes to remember when he took the piss out of Heather for like 6 years. All because she was fat. Well, I don't think Harry Hill was that much of a dick, but that's the vibe I got. She was just dumb and fat, and he's like, that's the whole bit, lad.
Well, I mean, if the show takes a piss out of her, fucking everybody else will.
Although my favourite EastEnders is Harry Hill TV barf. It's just the random one with Dot in the kitchen, and Mr. Blobby comes in, and he just comes in and beats the shit out of Mr. Blobby. Like, to an outsider who's never watched EastEnders or Harry Hill's TV barf, you show them that, they're gonna sit there and go, "What? What the fuck did I just watch?" A giant alien came in, scared the shit out of an old lady, And then this man came out, a bald man came out with a frying pan and fucking whacked him.
But yeah, keep it rolling. Keep it fucking rolling.
Stephen Beale, the character had great potential. Michael Moon would be interesting to see what Tommy would be like today if he had Michael Moon around when growing up. Pat and Dennis agreed both had a good 15 years solid storyline. Pat because she was epic. Reg Cox, classic. Pat, but I'm tempted to see where Abby would have gone. Absolutely never Roxy and Ronnie. I thought Abby was on her way to be a super villain.
Agreed.
Pat, Dennis, and Tiffany are my big top three that should be alive right now. Would have had to be Pat, a legend that is Pat, Michael Moon, Tiffany Mitchell, Pat, most definitely Pat, such an iconic. She was just the right amount of good. And she talked about a good talk. Loved her so much. Ronnie Mitchell, anything to see a Stone Cold sass off between her and Suki.
Stone Cold! But yeah, I think with all that said, we've pretty much gone through all of the real intrigue. We are just looping around the same answers here.
I just want to say Bradley. We seen him on Irish Technique out yesterday when we were watching it. Whenever this comes out.
Exactly. But yeah, those are what deaths we feel like were short-sighted, and we're not bringing them back from the dead. We're just simply voiding the fact that they died. So I think that's a pretty good one, pretty interesting topic. So credit to the r/EastEnders subreddit, credit to the original poster for this topic. It's an interesting one, to say the least. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.